Hi there. My name is Becky Miller, and I'm a certified yoga therapist. Every week, I bring you these quick tips to help you live healthier and happier. And I'm back with yet another one. So, this week, I wanted to speak with you about boundaries. And the importance of boundaries when you're recovering from trauma. Boundaries are something that are easily overrun if you're not paying attention, if you're not um, working towards holding those boundaries. And often when you've had or when you've experienced trauma, you may not even know what boundaries you really need right now. So learning to set boundaries can be really helpful as you recover from your past trauma. Why are they important? Why are boundaries important? It's because they let others know what is and is not acceptable for you. Again, when you're recovering from past trauma, you might be setting new boundaries that you haven't had in your life before. Maybe that's because you're learning to stand up for yourself. Maybe you are learning to take care of yourself in a different way. And boundaries help you honor your own needs and wants so that you feel respected and safe. That's really important as you recover from trauma. Being respected and feeling safe are two things that you definitely need in your life. So setting those boundaries can help you to um, bring that safety into your life. And boundaries can be as simple as, you know, telling people that you need something in your life. Maybe it is getting a good night's sleep and saying no to an outing that will prevent you from getting a good night's sleep. That's a boundary that you can set. It could be whatever supports you. For myself, I know that boundaries that I try to keep are around. Well, let me just give you this example. One boundary that I try to keep is giving myself quiet time, especially on the weekends. I need it. I am supporting so many people during the week, and a boundary of mine is that I do need that quiet time in order to regenerate, to recover, and be ready to support more people in the next week. So holding that space sacred is a gift that I give to myself. Now, people love to try to cross those boundaries. Might want to. They might invite me out. They might encourage me to do more than I have to give on the weekends. And when I cross my boundaries and do too many things too often on the weekends, I really can tell a difference. So holding my boundary sacred is really helpful so that I can help other people. And boundaries are going to be different for everybody, but they are important for sure. So, how do you set and maintain good boundaries? Well, the first thing that you might want to do is reflect on the reasons for your boundaries. I have had clients who have, because of past trauma, have decided that there's a certain person they are not able to interact with in a healthy way. So, they will set a boundary so that they are not. The boundary is that they're not going to have that person in their life anymore. That person, whoever it is going to react and want to draw you back in, but it's up to you to maintain that boundary. So, what is the reason for your boundary? Reflect on it before you just set up boundaries. Reflect on it and try to decide what might be a good boundary for you in your life. And I suggest that you start with a small boundary, something that is easy to hold, because people are going to test it. People are going to ask you to cross that boundary all the time. It's pretty much a given. As soon as I try to do something different and say I'm going to hold this boundary, someone is going to give me an opportunity that crosses it really fast. And it's up to me to hold my own boundary. Other people are not going to do that for you. So start with something that's easy to hold. Maybe it's making sure that you eat really well and in a healthy way, and holding that sacred in your life. When someone is asking you to go to eat fast food or junk food and that isn't supporting you, then you can say, no, that's my boundary. I am only going to support myself by eating healthy food. That's just an example. You can set a boundary around anything you want, but it is helpful to start off with small boundaries. So try not to overwhelm yourself and set too many all at once. Just set one or two to begin with and learn how to hold your boundaries, how to maintain them, and be consistent with your boundaries. It does take practice. Boundaries, again, people are going to test them. It happens all the time. But with practice, you can get really good at holding your boundaries. And it gets easier and easier the more you do it. So, do you need help setting up your boundaries? If you do, then set up a free chat with me and I can help you figure out what might be a good boundary to set in your life in order to support you. You know, what is it that you need to shift and change in your life? It's individual. It's up to you to decide what is a good boundary for you. It's not for me to decide. It's not for your best friend to decide. It's up to you really to decide what is a boundary that you need. But if you need help in figuring out what that might be, I can help you uncover it. There will be a link in the notes to set up a free chat with me to learn more about how I can help you do that. They're happy to work with you, whether online or in person. But yeah, boundaries, they are really helpful. And again, it's a practice, something to work on. So remember, it's never too late to live healthier and happier. And yeah, that's it for now. I will be back next week with another quick tip. And feel free to leave me any notes if there's anything that you are wanting me to chat about in an upcoming episode. All right, I will see you again next week. Bye for now.